Losing myself and finding my strength, came to the conclusion that I want it all. Feeling that pressure of trying to do better, I want to reach heights, but too scared to fall. Too scared of failure, way more scared of feeling regret from not even trying. That's terrifying. I understand that chasing my goals, I bury my clocks because it take time. I gotta go, I already know. If I want to grow, you reap what you sow. That be the case, planting my seeds and water my base. Yeah, I made mistakes. Yeah, I know you grow in your garden, but watch for the snakes. The people that act like you crazy for trying to stay far away. They don't think it's possible. I think it's possible. That is just hate. Yeah, they hate themselves because they on the shelf while you create a life that you love. A life that you love. Yeah. Loving the fact you're improving yourself. Decided that you would not settle. Decided that you got the drive to do it. The road got bumping your foot on the pedal. You go up a level. You turn up whenever it's time for you to go put in that work. I know my worth. I know it ain't gonna be easy. Yeah, I know it hurt. One thing is for sure. Yeah. Until they put me in this earth. Before I ride in that hearse. I'm chasing my goals. I'm chasing my goals. Yeah. Loving the fact you're improving yourself. Decided that you would not settle. Decided that you got the drive to do it. The road got bumping your foot on the pedal. I'm chasing my goals. All right, and welcome back to another episode. If you are watching me on YouTube, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. If you listen to me on the podcast platform, please leave me a review. Also, become a monthly supporter. This really helps me keep the show going. You can choose the amount. You can donate either $2, $5, $8, or $10 a month, and you can cancel at any time. But let's go ahead and get started with this thing. I'm back in the studio getting this thing recorded by Bobby Smith. Make sure y'all reach out to him. The man does a lot. He's a photographer. All the photos of me in my album art on Spotify and Apple Music, all that's Bobby. Photography, he does videos. This is his podcast studio. So make sure y'all hit him up. I'll put his socials in the description of this video because support black businesses, you know what I'm saying? So today we're going to be talking about how you create your own reality. And what do I mean by you create your own reality? Well, I mean, what channel are you tuning into every day? Like them old floor model TVs with the knob, the kind you have to turn and click that knob, and you found the channel you want to watch, and whatever station you tune into, that's the broadcast you pick up. If I want to tune into PBS, I go to that channel. If I want to tune into ABC, I go to that channel. And what we need to realize is that at any moment in your life, you are tuned into some channel. And you are the one in charge of whatever channel you tuned into. And for some of you, you're like, yeah, no, Sherlock, we know that. For some of you, it might be a new concept. Either way, we're going to dive into this. And one, I'm going to talk about the channel you tune into. And I'm going to talk about how to actually change that channel if it's not the life you currently want. If the current reality you have right now is one that you don't want, if you're looking to make those changes, right, and the fact that you're listening to me right now or watching me right now is a good indicator that you do want to make changes, then you're going to have to change the way you think. You're going to have to change that channel. If I want to watch sports, then I'm going to have to change the channel over to ESPN and watch sports. But if I'm on the National Geographic channel, I'm not going to get mad and say, where the hell my sports at? Where my damn tennis match at? I've been waiting for hours to watch some baseball, right? I wouldn't get frustrated or upset when no sports come on because the reality of it is, if I want to watch a basketball game, I'm going to have to change the channel to do so. If I'm miserable and I want to get unmiserable, I'm going to have to change the channel to do so. If I'm unsuccessful, I'm going to have to change the channel to the successful channel. I need to change the channel to be successful, right? If I want more love in my life, I have to change the channel. You create your own reality. This whole thing you're in right now, everything around you is created by you. And let me tell you what I mean. So first, there's this thing in your brain called the reticular activating system. And I've talked about that on here before. But the reticular activating system is the part of your brain that filters out literally everything except this tiny sliver of information. Because there's way too much information around us and our brains wouldn't be able to handle all of it without this. Your brain can take up to 2 trillion bits of information at a time. 2 trillion pieces of information at a time. And we can't handle all that. So our brain filters out most of it. So for example, in this case, in this studio, I can see the lights, I can see the chair I'm in, the floor, the walls, I can see Bobby, I see the ceiling, There's a desk over there, my shoes, the clothes I have on, the cameras, my laptop. I can feel my mouth vibrate as I talk. I can feel my breath. I feel the seat against my back and my leg. I feel my socks, my shoes. I feel the temperature in the room. I can smell what the room smells like. And these are things that I'm purposely trying to think about in this moment. But even now, my reticular activating system has turned off so much that I literally have to focus on things to notice them, right? That's what it does. There is so much, a million things I could focus on right now, a million things to grab my attention. And that's only what I can see and hear. And imagine if your brain didn't have this thing, right? You would not be able to function. It would be too much going on in your brain. Could you imagine trying to do something, anything, and every time your heart beat, you noticed it? Every time you blinked, you noticed it. Every time you took a breath, you noticed it. And again, these are small things, but there are trillions of bits of information that come into your brain at a time, but your brain filters that out. You want to know how much? How much your brain filters out? It goes from 2 trillion bits of information per second to 200 bits of information per second. 2 trillion to 200, which means it's only focusing on what's relevant in your brain. And the example I like to use is the new car example. You notice how once you buy a new car, that all of a sudden you see your car on the highway way more? Let's say you just got a Jeep, and you'll be driving around and you'll notice Jeeps damn near everywhere you go. You ever experienced that? Why does this happen? Because your brain is focusing on your Jeep. It's focusing on that car. Because it ain't like all of a sudden more Jeeps are on the road now, right? They didn't just sell a whole bunch of Jeeps in your area this month. You just notice them now because they're in your focus. The reticular activating system is a really powerful thing. It's the reason why if you watch the news a lot, depending on which network you watch, you will see a lot of what gets talked about on there in your life. If you like sports, and this happens to me a whole lot, but I'll be in a crowded restaurant, and if somebody starts talking about football, my ear gonna catch it. Even though there's 20 different conversations happening around me, I'll hear somebody mention football and it catches my attention. My reticular activating system filters out all the other conversations and it's just noise in the background. But that football conversation, I'm going to hear that one, right? That's why if you believe our future will be better and hopeful for our future, and you're hopeful for our future, then you're going to see all the ways in which the world is getting better, right? Depending on what president you support or hate. You will see all the ways in which the things he does are great, or you'll think he's an idiot, right? You'll notice that way more. If you hate Trump, those MAGA hats and Trump signs are going to stick out like a sore thumb everywhere you go, even when it's not even in your direct line of vision, right? You could be driving on a 4-lane street in rush hour, and if you pass a house with a Trump sign, you will notice it. Even though it's rush hour and the house is way out to your left or your right. Why? Because your brain has heard and seen Trump so much that you're going to notice it no matter what. This stuff all around you, right? The things you notice, the people you see, the things you hear, it's always there, but it's because of your mind that those certain things stick out to you. You ever meet somebody who has the victim mentality, right? They always feel like things are happening to them and they just get beat up every single day by the world, by life, right? We all know that person. I do. The mentality that you want to have is the exact opposite. Everything in this world is happening for you, right? Things go right because it was meant to happen that way. So the question is, what do you want to see? Because whatever you focus on, you will see. You will create. You are creating your reality. So what reality do you want to live in? If you want to have the victim mentality where everything happens to you, everything always goes wrong for you, and woe is me, and I'll never be able to do this because I can't do that, the universe hates me, well, guess what? You'll find all the ways things are negative and messed up. If you're a person who thinks the earth is beautiful and nature is amazing and all of life's creations are wonderful, you will see exactly that. Your brain will find whatever you focus on. And again, you create your reality. There's 2 trillion bits of information your brain takes in, and it filters out damn near all of it. Only 200 make it in. So what do you want a part of those 200 to be for you? If you want to be more happy, right? More happiness in your life, don't you think it's a good idea to focus on the things that make you happy? The things that you can be grateful for? You have to set your reticular activating system to the things you want in life. Are you a fearful person? Do you wake up and stress over things that you don't want to happen? Do you have anxiety? Are you worrying about things that are going to happen in the future? About things that haven't even happened yet? Are you living in the future? Trying to live in the future? Probably worrying about things that never even happened in the first place, right? Do you want more peace? Well, what will bring you more peace? Ask yourself, what will bring you more peace in your life, more happiness? What will make you feel more loved? How can you love yourself more? So, if you don't like your reality, you have to look in the mirror and give yourself some of that blame. You helped create it. And guess what? That's okay, because you created it based on your past thoughts. You didn't just wake up and all of a sudden you were in this reality. No. And because you created this reality, that means you can create a different one. You can change your future, right? Your future reality can be changed based off your present thoughts. Let me say it again. Your future reality will be changed based off your present thoughts. So, if you're trying to change it, if you want more happiness, you want it to be beautiful, why don't you wake up every single morning and program that reticular activating system to what you want? Because these days it's so easy to go down a rabbit hole of negativity, right? Especially with social media. You've been there. We've all been there. Maybe you look at your Facebook and you see how that person you went to high school with is doing better than you, and it makes you feel like you're not doing enough. Or maybe you see how someone just got engaged and you feel some kind of way because you don't have your person yet. Or maybe the person you have, y'all just aren't there yet, but you want to be. Or maybe you just go down a rabbit hole of negative political stuff or violence or whatever it may be. That can change your day, sometimes the whole day. Or at the very least, it'll have you needing to muster up that energy, that effort to turn it around, right? So how do you program it to focus on the happy? I say, do the things you like to do that make you happy. Like for me, when I clean up or cook, if I'm not listening to music, I put on sports talk, mainly football, and that makes me happy. And that's definitely the jock side of me, sure, but that makes me happy. I enjoy it. Another thing, and it's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, and I feel like a millennial or Gen Z or whichever one it is, but I like to watch YouTubers break down rap lyrics. I come across a new song, especially about this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. There's a whole genre of YouTube dedicated specifically to this, countless YouTubers that break down rap songs, and obviously you can see how that can be interesting to me. But the point is, what are the things that you enjoy? The things that will make you feel better? The things that will program that reticular activating system to help you stay in a positive mood, in a headspace that's going to be conducive to you working towards creating that life you want. And just know this, right? Once you get it, you will have it forever. Now that you know, now you can program this thing inside your brain, the happiness, the things you want to accomplish and achieve, whatever it is. Whatever you're striving for, you can activate it to present itself in your life. Like they say, you can't read the label on the jar while you're in the jar. And you might have been inside the jar for a long time, but now you're out of it, right? You've seen the label and you know what you have to change, what you have to change in your reality to make sure that your life is what you want it to be. You are creating it by the things you focus on. So, that's what I got for you today. Again, thank y'all for being here. And if you made it this far, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please do that. If you're on a podcast platform, please leave me a review. Also, become a supporter of the show. You can pick the amount. It's either $3, $5, $8, or $10. And especially now, since I'm getting recorded and Bobby ain't free, right? We're in the studio making this thing happen. But let's go ahead and get to this music. The song I got for you today is It All Makes Sense. Let's ride out. You ain't got a touch to know I'm real. Close your eyes, you can hear. I tasted too many tears. It got me thinking, if you really feel me, that all makes sense. I feel like this song really touching me. I can feel the rush in me. Oh, what a feeling. It feel like I'm on the high, like I can touch the ceiling. I felt it in my heart right from the beginning. You can tell I'm a Cancer out here talking about my feelings. Not to be too touchy, but your words will never kill me. Hope you felt that. And I've been trying to touch a million. I wanna touch the finer things, wanna touch all kind of things. Take me to the cemetery, let me touch my mama grave. Thinking about my past, I done seen all kind of things. 2020 hindsight, probably shouldn't try some things. Okay, I see now, yeah, I see now. Look look me in my eye, nigga. Tell me what you see, huh? I see progress, I see prosper, I can see the treetops. I swear I hear the birds, and that's music to my ears. And I taste one of my tears, thinking how I persevered. But you ain't gotta touch to know I'm real. Close your eyes, you can hear. I tasted too many tears, it got me thinking. If you really feel me, that all makes sense. You ain't gotta touch to know I'm real. Close your eyes, you can hear. I tasted too many tears, it got me thinking. If you really feel me, that all makes sense. I feel like you niggas' feelings never matter to me. I feel like Urk or family matters to me. Feel me or not, I feel for George Floyd's family. His life matters to me. I feel like I can feel the damage in me. Feel me or not, but I feel like I'm one of the realest rappers I see. I look around, they look the same as far as that I can see. You see it? You see my 3 fingers? You see me let them linger? I made my own lane, won't ever see a blinker. Once saw myself as a failure, let me tell you, the victory never tasted sweeter. And keep my name out your mouth, I hope it tastes like ether. I wanna taste her deepest thoughts and desires, do what it requires to keep her coming. I make sure she arrive. I watch the news, what a divide, they got us thinking different. And Donald Trump got white people out here thinking ignorant, thinking like some bigots, and think how that make me feel. But you ain't gotta touch. Yeah. You see, I can't speak for nobody else but me. But believe me when I tell you, all I want for you to do is feel me. You feel me? You ain't gotta touch to know I'm real. Close your eyes, you can hear. I tasted too many tears, it got me thinking. And I'm not looking for no handouts or no pats on the back or no favors. I just want you to feel me. You ain't gotta touch to know I'm real. Close your eyes, you can hear. I tasted too many tears, it got me thinking. If you really feel me, it all makes sense.